Today we're talking about Senior Alert. There are 3 exercises that you absolutely must do if you are a senior, or you have aging parents, or you have aging relatives. And then there's also 3 exercises that you should never do. Okay? So stick around to the end of this video to find out what those are. Hey everyone, I'm a doctor. I'm an emergency room doctor who treats everything from COVID to gunshot wounds, burns, you name it. This video series is created to help answer some of your medical questions and the questions that are commonly asked by patients each and every day. If you find this video helpful, please do me a favor and subscribe. All right, so let's talk about these must-do exercises for seniors. The first exercise that I think is one of the most important ones is going to be chair squats. Chair squats are great because they can improve your balance, your leg strength, and even your mental acuity. Now, when you're doing the chair squat, you want to make sure that the chair is sturdy and it's not going anywhere. Make sure you have one that has 4 legs. Don't try this with a stool. You want to make sure that the surface is firm and level, and you're gonna slowly lower yourself onto the chair as if you're sitting down. So imagine you're sitting down into a chair like this, and then standing back up. And you're gonna do this a certain number of times. And how many times you do this depends on your overall health and your fitness level. But start off with 5 and work your way up to 10. The key is to do them safely and to do them correctly. The next exercise that I recommend for seniors is going to be arm and hand exercises. Strengthening the muscles in your arms and hands is very important because a lot of times as we get older, we lose muscle mass and we lose bone density. And one of the things that can happen is something called osteoporosis. And if you have osteoporosis, you have increased risk of fractures. So doing exercises where you strengthen your arms and your hands actually helps prevent fractures in the future. So one example would be squeezing a hand gripper. So this is just a hand gripper here. And basically, you squeeze it and you hold it for a couple seconds and then relax and repeat. Another one that you can do is just pick up some weights. It could be soup cans, it could be water bottles. And then do curls. So you pick it up and then you curl it and then put it down and then repeat. So you'll see here that I've got a couple different weights here. One is heavier than the other. So again, choose a weight that you can handle, but isn't too light. You want to build up some strength. The key is to do at least 10 repetitions on both sides, and then work up to doing 3 sets of 10 repetitions on both sides. The third exercise that I recommend for all seniors is going to be Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a form of moving meditation, and it involves slow-flowing movements. Now there's been a lot of studies that have shown that Tai Chi can improve balance, flexibility, and even your immune system. So practicing Tai Chi can really benefit your overall health. All right, so now let's talk about the exercises that you should never do. The first exercise that I'm going to tell you should never do is any sort of heavy weight lifting. Heavy weight lifting is something that requires a lot of strain on your joints. And especially if you're older or you have certain conditions like arthritis, it can cause more harm than good. And it can lead to injuries. So don't lift heavy weights unless you've been cleared by your doctor and you've built up the appropriate strength to do so. The key here is to lift lighter weights and to do a higher number of repetitions. The next exercise that I'm going to tell you that you should never do is high-impact aerobics. High-impact aerobics is anything that involves a lot of jumping and running and things like that. These type of exercises can put a lot of strain on your knees and your hips. And again, if you're older or you have certain conditions like arthritis, it can cause more harm than good, and it can lead to injury. Now, this doesn't mean that you should never do any sort of aerobic exercise. What you want to do is low-impact aerobic exercises. So examples would be walking, swimming, or biking. The last exercise that I'm going to tell you should never do is any sort of high-risk activity. Now, what does that mean? That means anything that puts you at risk for a fall. And this includes things like gymnastics, rock climbing, or any sort of contact sports. You want to avoid these type of sports because they can increase your risk of serious injury. As we age, our bones become weaker and our muscles become weaker. And if you fall, you can sustain serious injuries such as a hip fracture or head trauma. And so you want to avoid these type of activities because they can lead to serious injury. Now, there are some exceptions to all of these rules. If you've been cleared by your doctor, you can do these things. But in general, if you are elderly or you have certain medical conditions, it's best to avoid high-risk activities. So now let's talk about some of the benefits of exercising. Exercising has so many benefits. It can help improve your cardiovascular health. It can help improve your mental health. It can improve your sleep. It can improve your mood. It can help you maintain a healthy weight. And it can also help improve your sexual function. So if you're a senior and you're not exercising, you might want to consider starting an exercise program. If you're a parent and you want your kids to be active, encourage them to play sports or be active in other ways. And if you're a coach, make sure that you are teaching your athletes how to exercise safely and the importance of exercising in moderation. So let's talk about the benefits of regular exercise. Regular exercise can help reduce your risk of developing chronic diseases such as heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and even some types of cancer. In addition, exercising regularly can help improve your mental health. It can help reduce stress, anxiety, and even depression. Exercising can also help improve your sleep quality and your mood, and it can help increase your energy levels. And then finally, exercising regularly can help maintain a healthy weight and improve your sexual function. So there's so many benefits to exercising. Make sure you incorporate it into your daily routine. All right, so now let's talk about some of the risks of overexercising. Overexercising can lead to injuries. Injuries can range from minor things like muscle strains or sprains to more serious things like stress fractures or even catastrophic injuries such as a torn ACL. In addition, overexercising can lead to burnout. Burnout is when you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. It can lead to decreased performance, and it can even lead to serious health consequences. Another risk of overexercising is something called exercise addiction. Exercise addiction is when you feel like you need to exercise even if you don't want to. And it can lead to feelings of guilt or shame if you don't exercise. And finally, overexercising can lead to decreased immunity. Now, this is called exercise paradox, and it occurs when you're training so hard that your body becomes more susceptible to infections. So, it's important to listen to your body and not overexercise. All right, so I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Also, if you like this video, please click the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. When you subscribe, I know that you're interested in the content that I create, and it helps me continue to grow this channel so that I can help reach and educate more people. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy.